Ile-Ife is regarded as the cradle of Yoruba civilization and the cultural headquarters of the black people founded by Oduduwa, the first divine king of Yoruba people. The sacredness of the monarchy system in Yoruba land is one of the reasons Yoruba traditional systems and values have garnered so much respect and admiration over the years. However, the era of modernity seems to be having incursion into the sacred Yoruba rulership system, as some monarchs now shy away from the mandatory seclusion as well as the observance of other traditional rites before ascending to the throne. It is with a view to reposition and emphasize the sacredness of the Yoruba traditional institution that traditional rulers, historians, as well as eminent personalities converged on the Ojaja Arena in Ile-Ife to piece together the fragmented cultural, political, demographic, social, economic, and intellectual history of Ile-Ife from a diversified perspective. The chief convener of the international conference tagged Ile-Ife and Yoruba Civilization, the nexus between tradition and modernity. Professor Siyan Oyeweso believes it is important for the people to know their past to be able to project the future.
The need for proper documentation of history, very important, particularly in the age of social media, while some people will just write anything within the four corners of their room with little data. History must be preserved. We want to preserve history in its correct form and format. We also want to celebrate people that we have seen that are exceptional so that they can be role model exemplar to the new generation.
The Honorable of Okila, Oba Adedokun Abolarin, presented the lead paper on royal institutions, insights and foresights. The president of Traditional Religion Worshippers Association of Osun State, Oluomo Oluseyi Atonda, gave the traditional message, while Professor Akin Ogunera from Northwestern University, United States, who joined virtually, presented a paper on the Great Ife Empire and its legacies, a blueprint for mending a broken world. The speakers agreed that the Obership rule cannot be separated from the culture and traditions of the Yoruba people, saying that the time has come to go back to the basics.
It's a great institution. You are in charge of everything. You are in charge of the security. You are in charge of the economy. You are the chief admission officer. You are the chief NYC deployment people. You live in the midst of poverty. Your palaces are always full every day. You need to always assist our monarchs materially. For God's sake, when you visit our palaces, sokale láàfin.
The role of Obashi cannot be alienated from our culture, religion, and tradition. That is why that what needs to be done by our Obas as it stands to be corrected. Anybody who decides to be an Oba, who is an existing Oba, cannot absorb the glamour of Obaship away from the responsibilities and obligations of the Oba to our tradition and our culture. They are service streams that can never be separated. That must be clear to our Obas. We have one people who want the glamour but don't want the responsibility. Once we do that, we will continue to have this imbalance in the society.
Some of the participants who spoke in separate interviews with OSBC News, including Professors Olutayo Adeshina, Akin Alao, and Fatai Olashupo, all agreed on the need for Yoruba robbers to restore the dignity of the cultures and traditions of the race.
Government today should have no business apart from just confirming, but the whole process of picking the ruler should be left to the traditional institution.
Many of the so-called traditional rulers of today are mere administrative heads who want divine sacred monarchy associated with the crown. And we know the importance of the crown in Yoruba land. And if you know the importance of the crown in Yoruba land, you will not put your crown on the ground.
They are not supposed to be overtly involved in politics because they are the head of everybody in the community. So showing affiliation with one political party or the other will rubbish their image. They are the father of all.
Other speakers at the international conference include Professor Oyerunke Alademo, who spoke on women of Ile-Ife in Yoruba religions and culture, and Professor Cordelia Osasono, who spoke on the changing phases of architecture in Ile-Ife. The cultural troops also added flavor to the event. Oluchi Amuda, OSBC News.